Hi, welcome to hashing in data structures. Hashing is used to generate a fixed size of output from variable size input that is using as a uh, key with the mathematical hash function. Hashing determines an index or location to store the given input item in your data structure. Here, three primary components are needed in the hashing process. One is key. Key is an string or integer that send as an input to the hash function to determine an index for storing the given input in the data structure. That means if you are passing if you want to store the integers like 15, 20, 21 in the memory, then this numbers itself will use as a key. Suppose if I want to use names like uh, uh, Bala and here Caroline. So if I want to store these names into the data structure, then I can substitute the ASCII values or serial numbers to this each and every character. Then we can make it sum of this ASCII values. Then that ASCII value will be used as a index for storing this each and every word. So here the hash function will be used to calculate the hash value for each and every input key, and that hash function will return the output that will be index or hash value of an given element. So here hash table will be used to store the data. So here each hash table is having the index and values. So here the index will be used by calculating the keys. So here our table will look like here with the index, and here we can store the values. So these key values will be used as an index to store the corresponding values. Here, the representation given for hash table and hash function, this is used as a number of keys. That means inputs given in the data set. Here we are having the universe of keys. In that universe of keys, we are going to use only less number of keys, that is represented by using the alphabet K. So here we are having the number of keys as 5. This number of 5 keys are applying into the hash function. Here hash function is represented with mathematics formula h of k equal to k mod m minus 1. So here the m minus 1 is table size. Here you look at that index of the table size. We are taking from the 0 to m minus 1. So that's what mentioned here. So 0 to m minus 1, that is the table size which is given here. Here each slot is called bucket in the table. So here we are having the number of slots. Each slot is unit of storage, that is called bucket, that can hold one or more records or data. Hash table is uses using the hash function h to compute the slot for each input key. Already I told you that the input key will be integer or string or float, any value. So any value will act as a input key. The slot will store the element of h of k. So here the advantages of this hash function is when the domain k is smaller than u, then hash table requires only less space. You look at that. This is a universe of keys. Then k is less than the u. Okay, so here the like k values are less than this u. So we are in need of only less memory space for the hash table. It can reduce the storage requirements to cardinality of k. That means number of keys in the k. It can still get order of 1 for searching. You look at that. Whenever I suppose if I want to store the value 0, so this is acting as a input key. Now then I will apply h equal to 0 mod now the table size. For example, I am using the table size is 5, so 0 mod will be 0. So in the location 0, this index 0, I will store the value 0. So it will take only order of one time to search the value, but in our this is in average case, not in the worst case. The complexity for calculating the hash value using the hash function will be order of n, and space complexity will to store the given value is order of 1. Hashing can be applied to track the customer's account information in the banking transactions. Here, which is searching the records to check the balance and perform any online transactions, withdrawal or deposit. So for that, we will use the hashing function to access that particular uh, account of the bank. So here the index will be used as a account number, right? Then we can keep track of reservation of the flights, railway booking system, bus booking system. So here we can use the hashing function to find out the empty seats, cancel or modify the booked reservations. And also in search engines we will use to uh, find out the web link for given a word or sentences in the Google search. Thanks for watching.